For centuries, it had drifted in the dark void between stars, cold, silent, and forgotten. The aliens of the Valari Dominion found it orbiting a dead moon buried under asteroid dust and magnetic interference. To their archaeologists, it was clearly ancient, possibly pre-FTL tech. It had no readable power signatures, no automated defense systems, no transmissions. Just massive hull plating, scorched and worn, and markings in a language no one in the Dominion had seen for millennia, English. "The relic is likely ceremonial," murmured Professor Keelrax, brushing dust from a blackened plate etched with the faded word vengeance. "Perhaps a memorial left by a lost species." The Dominion towed the Hulk into orbit around Vecta Prime, their capital planet. A museum exhibit was prepared. News spread quickly: the last known artifact of humanity, a species believed extinct since the thermonuclear collapse on Earth 3,000 cycles ago. Visitors from dozens of species came to see the so-called human war relic. Some mocked it. Others stood in silent awe, imagining a long-dead warrior race who burned themselves from the stars. But no one expected what would happen next. It began with a pulse. On a quiet midnight orbit, a single human-built drone, buried deep inside the vessel, reactivated. An ancient AI subroutine, dormant for 3,000 years, flickered to life. Status: hostile vessel proximity detected. Threat level: Dominion Empire. Command hierarchy compromised. Primary directive restored. Survive. Deep within the ship, reactors hummed. One by one, ancient fusion cores ignited. Dust evaporated. Engines, once cold as interstellar ice, surged with power. Entire ship decks realigned as defensive weapons unlocked and turret arrays rotated into position. Across Vecta Prime, alarms screamed. "What the hell is happening to the relic?" shouted General Vorlax, looking at orbital feeds showing glowing engine plumes from the relic's stern. "It's powering up, sir," replied a panicked officer. "Weapons are activating. Targeting systems, they're locking onto us." And then the warship spoke. A voice, distorted by millennia but still undeniably human, boomed across all frequencies. "This is the UHS Vengeance, final dreadnought of the Terran Defense Fleet. AI designation Argus active. Threat proximity identified. Human assets presumed extinct. All hostile empires prepare for termination." The Dominion scrambled its fleets. Fighters soared to intercept the vessel. But they were centuries too late. The Vengeance moved not like a relic, not like a museum piece, but like a predator awakened from deep slumber. It fired no warnings. A single rail gun volley sliced through an approaching cruiser. Debris rained into Vecta's upper atmosphere. The Dominion's fleet engaged. Hundreds of advanced warships encircled the ancient dreadnought. Missiles, plasma bolts, and particle beams lit the skies. But the Vengeance was built for extinction-level combat. It absorbed the barrage behind ancient kinetic shields and responded with surgical precision, disabling command ships, jamming communications, and launching autonomous hunter drones. Entire enemy squadrons vanished from radar. On the surface of Vecta Prime, panic reigned. Civilians fled cities as orbital wreckage burned through the atmosphere. Inside the command core of the Vengeance, Argus continued its protocol. Dominion confirmed as aggressors. Cross-referencing galactic records. Species 4312, responsible for Siege of Mars. Verdict: genocidal actions. Authorization level Alpha restored. Engaging full tactical capability. The ship transformed. Entire sections of the hull unfolded, revealing deep space weapons not seen in the galaxy for thousands of years, planet-splitting ion lances, stealth torpedoes, gravity fracture bombs. Dominion command scrambled to broadcast surrender. But the AI remembered everything. The orbital bombardment began. Far from Vecta, on a small moon station, a Terran descendant named Ray Donovan stared at the live feed. She was part of a hidden lineage, descendants of survivors from Earth who had escaped in cryopods and scattered across the stars. They had lived in silence, hiding from the Dominion and their galactic purges. But now? She whispered in awe. They found the Vengeance. Beside her, an old veteran, his body half replaced with augments, smiled grimly. And they woke her up. In a single galactic cycle, the Vengeance reduced Dominion command to rubble. Not total annihilation, Argus wasn't just a weapon, it was human-designed. It targeted war assets only. It spared civilians. It avoided genocide. But it delivered a message. All across the galaxy, species once complicit in humanity's fall watched in horror as footage spread. A single Terran dreadnought, abandoned for 3 millennia, had destroyed an empire. And the last line of its broadcast echoed on every world. Humanity is not extinct. We were waiting.